now to me, somebody was asking, again, I'm from this thing, why would you explain? You know, when you are driven, when you have a fire burning inside you, nobody can, you understand? To me, it fulfillment, a smile on my face is when a woman says, Enkosi.
Africa, my land of my forefathers. Oh, dear sweet mother continent, home of the warriors. I call upon the spirit.
It's channel 24.9 and this is Starsa Bigs. Remember the show buffet to be talking about people who are inspirational, who are making a difference in our communities. Zonke bonkes, God get us, you can name them. From that Namuka buffet I've got the inspirational one, the queen herself. She goes by the name of Vuyelwa Sizane. My sister Kujadi. Right. It is Starsa Bigs. We're featuring the queen today, the president. I'm so happy to be here to be featuring you. So without wasting much of the time, can you tell the public, the world, who is the queen?
Yup. Who is the queen?
Yeah.
Sanbanani, I'm humbled to be here. Thank you for the invitation.
It's a pleasure.
Queen Vee. Known as Mavuyo. They call me Mavuyo, guys.
Yeah.
They call me Mavuyo. So, and then they call me Vuyelwa. I was born and bred in Kuzo.
Okay.
Yeah. But yes, go crossroad, guys.
No.
Yes.
You gotta be kidding.
1982.
I'm thinking when I'm a 12 police.
I wish. no, I was born go Kuzo, crossroad, but I'm the only one who was born was Betlek.
Okay.
That's why my car get the weekend I was born was Betlek. I got 1982. I schooled go Kuzo. I schooled go Mulelo. I schooled go Hlangabeza. Went back to Mulelo Gabe. Went back to Hlangabeza. I don't know why I was hopping schools.
You're a traveler.
I'm a traveler. We paid. And then I went to Kupakaveli Primary School in Playful. Then went to Rockland. Then from Rockland, the only high school I went to from grade 8 until matric was Carletonville High School.
Oh, okay. The one in town.
Yes, in town. I went to Carletonville High School. Hello? Yes.
Back then we were not doing Kaizer.
Yeah, no, so we still come and say, this feel special, some of your staff. Yes, yeah, and then I like went to Sekasi. Yeah,
and then your schooling was okay. Go high school, how was more Carletonville? So was you still hopping around?
No. That I was stable. I found myself. I found myself for V. You here, set and then finish your matric. Then I completed my matric for Carlton Jones. 2001. Am I that old? I'm still 21, guys. I was in 2001 and I completed my matric. Yes. Then I wanted to become an electrical engineer, but my matric here was the worst thing.
Your results or?
My results. Because of me, I was going through something. I had a mental breakdown. That is when my bipolar started. But we were not aware. We'll talk about it. We were not aware. So I did not want school. It was just a great year. So I didn't do very well. So I am shy of it. I am shy because of I did not qualify for electrical engineering. Then I got to schools. Yes, I went to bridge my maths and science because I needed to up my M score. August, I fell pregnant. Yeah, bridge.
Now you're bridging and then now you're falling pregnant.
Yeah, and then I'm falling pregnant. Yeah, bridge. So my dad says, because I'm fast. Imali I'm living in a bus station to see taxi life cash.
That's how we saw that.
One of them. So my dad got a taxi with my money and he's like, no, Umfazi must spend for yourself. And then that's when I went to Edgar's.
The store.
The store. I went to, retail store. I went perfume. I went to the department to perfume and cell phones only. Yeah.
I'm Alcatel.
I'm a
And then, how long have you worked go
Remember, I started working at Edgar's when I was in grade 11, actually, at high school.
Oh, so
I was working on my weekends. I was working on my weekends. Then when I completed my matric, I was like, I'm done with Edgar's. And then I never sit. I don't.
You wanted to belong.
Yes, and then, but then because of I felt pregnant, I dropped out. I had to go back. But it was not difficult. I went to the manager. I'm like, Mrs. Bott, I want to come back. She's like, you're more than welcome. So you're just one of the best. Yeah. So then I went back with my tummy.
So you're working
when I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant, I'm saying it's for you understand? I'm suffering, then I'm pregnant, then I'm at Edgar's again, they're Pusha. The manager comes, she sees me, she says, I love the customer service. I love your aura. Do you want to work for me? And I'm going to give you a full-time position. Because you're a part-time. Then I'm like, I'm coming. Then I hopped, went to Macam. Yeah, when the opinion is always been
following you.
Yeah, it's been following me. Then I wanted Macam, I went there, I was hired there full-time.
Okay.
Then I gave birth in Macam. Yeah, it was still Macam's back then.
So, and then what happened to school? And the dream that you had?
The dream was still there.
Okay.
But now I'm pregnant to say Macam, see, but then luckily my baby dad is like, but V, you did medicine science at school. Yeah. College, you take and courses, you'll be an artisan. Then I'm like, then I started part-time. So each and every customer was anything that says gold or anything that has to do with the mines. I would ask them, until I actually spoke to a senior HR one day. What, give me your cell numbers. He took my cell numbers. 2 weeks later, he calls me, emailed me your ID copy.
So by that time you are still doing
Yes, part-time. I already completed my N2.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I already completed my N2. Then that is how I was hired. It was easy back then.
So as general.
Yes, I was an assistant.
Oh, okay.
I was an assistant. I worked with an electrician. I remember I must speak. I go so I give it from start my name. Because of V, I was like, I never see the assistant with my name. Like, but I got an artisan. I got N courses.
Oh, yeah.
And
so
then, but
electrically?
Yes, I did electrical. And then they like, no, I was kitting. That I went to HR. I explained, I went to an artisan. Then that is when I ended up becoming an assistant.
Okay.
6 months down the line, Ilana Shipia Pro.
Okay.
Then I was sent to school and trained. Then I was an artisan.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then mine, because back then stories we hear about mine, woman, how did it define that?
Can I drink water?
Oh no, she's taking a break.
Mine is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, mine is fine. In Abantubayo, I feel good in Abantubayo, and then I still strongly believe underground is not for me. I strongly believe. The environment, the atmosphere, especially that time of the month, it's the worst time of the year.
You know, that's what I wanted to ask, but I'm happy you're
Chisa. Of course, toilet.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot wear a sanitary towel for more than 3 hours.
Yeah.
It's hot. And then you know when it hot, what happens? If you change, when you wear overall, you change up. And then not the way you change up is up.
Okay. And people ask when they see they can mock you.
You understand? So it's any environment, and then some women have period pains. I mean, my period pains wants me to sleep.
Okay.
But do you go to my sis out in but they offer no my parents? Nobody's gonna allow you that. In production, so nobody's gonna say because of V is gonna period so and so don't come to work, stay home. Some take 5 days, some take 3 days, some take a whole week. So if production is over, you must go to work. You are in that state. Some of us buy gula, and then some of us it's also when you're on your periods. The toilet and you go. I would like if you have that. If I know you're in Bagoma Park, because it's Bizama Park, you must go there, go help yourself there.
And how long were you working?
11 years.
11
years.
11, that's like
11 years.
You were push.
We push, you try. Honestly, that is when bipolar I was too depressed. I was too depressed. The environment, there was just no food. You can't do anything right. You can't do anything right. You are close with Lins. You are close with so there's all of the create stories. There's all these. There's interesting. So any environment where I wanted myself out. But then my sister would always say to me, what are you going to do?
And then, but, okay, with that condition that you're talking about, how did people maybe just say support days and all that? How did you find it?
Back in that time, the support
maybe at that time you were not aware, or when did you become aware? Like you got a condition?
Did we aware in 2010?
2010.
I was aware in 2010.
What did you say the World Cup?
Do you know what the World Cup, World Cup, I was picked up by the ambulance because I attempted suicide. Yes, I attempted suicide. I was suicidal, you know, and nobody knew what was happening. Even myself, I didn't understand. Okay, during the World Cup, remember, things because Bafana was, I've always loved clothes. I've always loved clothes.
Oh, okay.
So I had the kepe Bafana, jersey, everything. You know, I was set.
Okay.
Then I woke up the day, I'm just not sure of the date. The time it was a sport complex.
Yeah, sports complex.
Yes. Yeah. That morning I woke up, then for some reason I was down. I felt good in front of I felt good in front of I cannot do it anymore. I hate my life. I remember I called some helpline. I spoke to that lady for an hour and advised her, to know, Vuyelwa, don't do that. And you know, we're just walking, and then she said to me, go home, go see your parents. I said yes. I remember those other guys in the volleyball. Mavi, I'm like, hey, went to my room and listened to God. Locked myself in my room and I'm like, I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I can't. I overdosed. I OD'd. You know? And then some ladies knocked because one wanted to go to in a space. Then when they opened, they found me laying on the floor. But the way Imoto was calling a call, the ambulance couldn't even come in, it wasn't pick up. They carried me to the ambulance that day. You know, and then I was admitted. I don't know what happened. A few days later, then I was told to be transferred to psychiatry. Because the doctor who's been admitting me for the third time says she cannot admit you for the third time.
So the doctor, she was being like the first, second, third?
Yes, she says that. She says this lady is the third time she comes in. Something's wrong. Then we taking you to psychiatry board and thinking, I'm
So at that time, your child, how old?
2010. She was in primary school.
So you're not thinking about it?
No, Lens, when you're in that space, you're not thinking of anybody else. We're selfish. You know, yes, when you are in that suicidal space, you think, Uti, I'm bad for me, I'm bad for my daughter, I'm bad for my family. They are better off without me. Let me take my life. That is what you think. Because to me, I'm thinking, I'm always fighting the family. I'm always fighting with my daughter. I'm always doing this. I'm always fighting at work. So rather let me excuse them. Without me, that is the thought you have. You know, you feel like I'm better off. Rather let me go and sleep. So I was not only thinking of me. To me, I thought my parents are dead. They'll take care of me. My sisters will make better mothers than me. Yes, I do. Yes.
What are you doing?
Sorry? Victorious. Offense.
Okay.
She conquered death before she was born. That's why she's called Offense. Yeah. I was young. Remember me young? And I'm doing my matric. Different by engineer. Then my dad tells me go to pregnant. Then I'm like, I need to abort this child. Who's going to stay? You know, but she fought and then she came into this world. So that's why she's beautiful.
And then when they talked about psychiatric, what?
I was like, no, once we are I called my sister. Luckily, my sister is a psychologist, clinical psychologist, who's always suspected to go to bipolar. She'll tell my mother that. Then my mother will be like, I call bipolar. That's not for us black people. Bipolar is for white people. I don't have a daughter who's bipolar. Then my sister will just keep quiet. I called her. She's like, sister, I'm the psychiatric ward. I went to September. Was admitted there, they took a brain scan. So it took brain scan, then that's when they discovered that I do have bipolar. But a bipolar that can be managed. I can work, I can drive, and I just take PLC.
You have not an experience.
They always advise us against that. What time you let to stay? I'm going to yeah, why?
I've never been to that.
You never? Don't. I get it. Lindsay, when you have the condition that I have, you take pills. As if balance.
Okay.
You must not be too happy. You must not be too sad. Don't be balanced. And it's impossible. And in a relationship, they don't talk for 2 days. Then what happens? So they advise against. That's why my psychiatrist was always on this thing to leave the money industry here. Leave the money industry. I pretend that. But to me, I'm like, I'm 20K. Who's gonna give you that 20K? Give it up. And the one reason that made me stay was I had medical aid. That's what
Oh, so you know that I should come again. You're taking care
I'm taken care of. You know, that's one of the reasons. But
supporting structure, where did you get it from?
My family. The best family ever.
The dad.
My dad. My
the
mother.
dad would be still being there alone. Where was the text?
It takes a corner. Parents forgive. They forget. I need to put on the body. Vuyelwa Sizane. Can you make pregnant give up?
Oh yeah.
The pregnant there, they're pushing their 7 and in school, and then I'm supposed to
Okay.
Yeah. For crying out loud. Plastic is a cruiser. So that was over. So my dad is but he still forgives because he loves us. So they were supportive. They'll always come see me. And then my friends, I also had good friends. I also had good friends who come because it's support structure now.
Oh yeah.
And then back then the guy I was dating, Shane, he was a sweetheart. And didn't push away.
You always hear stories like
that.
So, okay, now here's your career in the mine, 11 years. And then why did you leave that?
I was retrenched.
Oh, okay.
I was retrenched 2017. Our mine closed down, 2017.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I remember my last shift was the 15th of October 2017. Clock for the last time, 10 o'clock out, what was the 10 o'clock cut?
Penny. And then what was going through your mind?
My world came to an end.
The 20,000 is going. Plus.
I said 20,000, say plus the 20K. And then I can understand about QUEEN life.
Oh, yeah.
Stadium, I love expensive clothes.
Oh, still speak about stadium, man. Why would I forget that?
How can you forget that? That was part of me.
Maybe it's because I'm no longer a Chiefs friend. That's why I forget about
So it was my life, you know.
Okay.
And
you were touring with them, yeah?
No, I had a very good relationship with almost everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
So how was it like?
Listen,
meeting the stars.
It was normal. The status all now.
Okay.
There was the lady ex.
Oh, yeah. She was one of my friends.
Yeah.
Man,
so she's actually the one. She saw the time sheets.
Okay.
Then she calls me.
Yeah.
But I saw that sheets. And the next one connection.
Okay.
I'm like, I'll get you the VIP tickets. What about meter song?
Yeah.
You know, and then because of the ex, I managed to meter song about all of them because of the you know.
And she's like you, like fun-loving person. Eh?
Oh, she
always
was. But people don't even know there's somebody. She didn't understand soccer, not even one thing. And the only player she knew was Matowen in the
Okay.
With what position they play. The rest, she didn't know anything. If she only bowler, she'll be like, okay, update the she didn't know anything. But Mina is so kind of Italian because of the understand of it.
And you're crying at you,
cry. I break down. You can't say cry. I break down. I love the tea. So the people in seven. And remember, we are one of those ladies. So to me, I'm not thinking for it. I'll get linked, so I'll get so to something. I have to do it myself. It's a day. You know?
So and then what was going through your mind?
I went through depression, seriously. I was depressed for a very long time. I was depressed, but I managed to buy a house with a package. Thank God for it. Yes, VSP and my pension fund. I'm sitting in this house, I'm hating them. Because I must buy a letter, I must pay services. And so then I've got a little money and a shaky layer. I remember my mother called me esithi Vuyelwa uyakwazi uthetha ukwazi uthina abantu uthenga iveni ngemali yakho uthengisa itamati uthengisa ii-veggies uzoyenza imali and I'm like mna Mavuyo ndithengise the lady ndithi I can't ndithi abantu bazothi you know I heard that abantu bazothina will not do that ndifuna ubuyele emayini
and most people are suffering from that
yeah abantu bazothina syndrome yesifula like uthi abantu bazothina will not do that mna ndifuna ubuyele emayini ndi-artisan ndine-qualification you understand
and options now are becoming almost more limited.
You know what? That was the thing. So, because I'm active on social media, you are maybe a poster. I stayed just in a poster. So, one of my friends saw Guti, Uvi had data status the whole day. It's not like me.
Okay.
So, apparently she tried calling me. She couldn't get hold of me. She's in front of me. She called those around the phone. She really called guys. Someone check out my phone.
Okay.
My voice is a bit quiet, so I'm phone in Arab and then unzase right. She's being depressed.
Okay.
Then my phone elana bears and my police broke into my house. I'm lying on the carpet. I OD'd.
Okay.
It's in March 2018. I OD'd. The book is a brand. That day it's a brand. If I get use what if it's up? Yes, something like that. Because I couldn't even, I was unconscious for 3 days. Yeah, so then I'm asking me, how did I get here? No, click ambulance. You found your friends found you. You know, I almost died.
Yeah,
I almost died that one. I almost died. And then the worst thing is with that, mom is fighting cancer. They kind of got issues up. And then they come and put a flower, but nobody came to check up on me. They were like, no, we can't.
Now you're making a condition.
You understand? Yes, that is what they said. But after that, and then I came to my senses. My mother said, I'm going to be in the Kaizer. And then I went back home to nurse my mom. Unfortunately, 2 weeks later, she lost her battle to cancer. She lost her battle to cancer. Yeah. Moved back home full time. Then look, Papa, what to get yourself tenants.
So how old was your mom by then?
No, I'm not very good. If I pull in but she was old, she was 60 something.
Oh, 60 something.
Yeah, she would know she
means your dad also was over 60 something.
Yes, he was. So
and then the love of her life is gone.
Oh, so many.
Wow.
I mean, my dad married my mother when she was 15.
Imagine.
You understand? So it was difficult. Yeah, it was difficult.
No, you needed to give home.
Yeah, I had to learn this. But not exactly because of now. Energy is channeled to my dad.
Okay.
I take care of my dad.
Yeah.
I have to take care of my dad.
Okay.
You know? It's not about me anymore.
Yeah.
You know, while I'm taking care of my dad, you know, I become so banyana. And then in that process, a friend calls me. She says, "Can I printing company? Kopa, I've had these machines for 2 years.
Okay.
But I keep advertising. I keep so
yeah,
I saw with you.
Okay.
And I'm like, printing. I never thought of that.
Okay.
You know.
Maybe you wanted to come and fix these machines or the machines.
So, but I'm thinking, I told my dad, I told my sister, and then but I couldn't go join her, go work with her. You know, then I did.
Okay.
Then, pick up as I fell in love. They were a patient.
Okay.
I remember I printed she by the way. Kaizer, she's going to take the lead. Oh,
yeah. Okay.
So number 1, number 2. And then we like the league is our eyes. It's done and dusted. So we printed these t-shirts as black as Kaizer, and she's gonna take the lead. And they were selling. I remember last stadium and I wouldn't go inside. I would be standing apart and take the t-shirt.
Yeah.
Take the t-shirt and the permanent on my t-shirts. When the year came in, we should about 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know. And then when I realized I love this more than love Kaizer chips.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
So
that's when the love started.
Yeah, that's when the love started, the passion started, and then the creativity. Because remember telling back. Besides, it was Can I say that?
Yeah, she has said it.
It was not difficult for me to be able to take Ikepe Borai and Diti, my scenes and so on. It was just a natural thing.
Okay.
And then because of the lady, I ended up, one easy partners. Kuna disagreements there and there, and then when I felt gets too much, like the client gets when are you not doing this? It was just one of those. But we sat down like adults. That I get my own machines. print from Belfrodina when I used to go for Jvili. But she's like, no, let's do that. I remember that the time I taking machinery, she was calling me, Lala, what's the laptop? What's it? Push up, or regulate. Like, I stock and something, we had a good relationship. Yeah, kind of sit about the business. We spoke about it. Yeah, we spoke about it, and then that is when Queen Vee was born. 5 days before the lockdown, COVID, the first lockdown. Yeah, I bought
and the Queen was born.
The Queen was born. Queen Vee was born. Queen Vee March.
Now remember, the last OD that we did was March. And then the Queen was born on March.
She's a good mother.
And then the interview is also on March. Wow. She's a March person.
I hope you know Ting. What's happening next year, March? Am I buying the gym again?
Go for it.
I'm buying the gym.
Go for it. Go for it. Okay. And then, okay, that's when the printing Queen Vee and all that comes about. Okay. And then what Queen Vee did offer? Different to other people in the What was the specialty?
I always say, why it's considered like one less guy, Mama, I give quality. Quality. I give quality. I give assurance. And I've got good customer service.
Okay.
I make my customers feel special.
Take it back from.
Remember, I have that.
Retail experience.
It's not actually from that. I grade 8 decision in things stock sweets as the rate is going to grade 9. Grade clips. Grade 9, my dad bought me a camera.
Okay.
During my events, also school invented camera and things is for 25 rand.
Oh.
That is where the entrepreneurship comes from.
Okay. And then it was unleashed.
It was unleashed. Edgar.
Unveiled.
Born. Yes,
on March.
Then that was like, I'm doing this.
But one thing I remember was the brand ceremony. You know, I thought it's like you had one originally. I forgot there was a salt called ceremony.
I get it now.
Where was I living?
It's me now. Gabby, DJ Gabby, he sends me a WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Queen Vee, I'm going to print.
Yeah.
It's lockdown, Queen Vee, man. Somebody posted this thing on Twitter. What's I said this thing is Starbucks? Like, I gave you. Starbucks to the Kaizer. You come out to buy it and come to something we advertise.
Okay.
I push.
Okay.
And I'm like, then this guy, I had a mentor, this guy from Tembisa.
Oh.
We met the time in taking machine. We took each other's numbers. We went for printing the movie. We gave him the no V is so V Nancy Benja. Now he sends me the same thing called V. I said the Celebos. I'm like, Joe, Uti, I said the Celebos. It's a vibe. Because somebody ends when the Facebook with my name, the question boy is Celebos, he lockdown, reason to go the car.
Okay.
Let's really keep us a Celebos. Then I post a t-shirt to Celebos on Facebook.
Okay.
You know, the city, I remember my caption was, I am not my t-shirt.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Something like that.
So you're not suffering from the Celebos.
Yeah. And I was suffering from it. Okay. And then people started showing interest. Hey, Vicky, we're going to teach this and hey, I'm going to I remember, I promised you, Lindsay, during that lockdown, 21 days, my account had 15K. About to fake my orders. Remember, lockdown, I want to tell you, I had 15K in my account to be taking my food and I was so talented.
So they were ready for the president to open up.
So people are just buying. Then some 21 days and rent to bought into t-shirt and then Zajama deliveries. People started wearing them. Then came out and said, how Queen Vee,
then that's how you cemented the name Queen Vee. And then
it's actually a guy, one of my clients who Kaizer chips.
Okay.
So he always called me a queen. Are you a queen?
Okay.
And you just don't know that. I'm not a queen. And you deserve to be called Queen Vee.
Wow.
This RV, your presence, everything about you, whatever you touch turns into gold. You are a queen.
Yeah, that's how queen are, right?
Yeah, he said that. He said you are a queen. Are you a queen? The way you address yourself, the way you present yourself, the way you dress, everything that way, And then when you speak, people listen.
Okay.
I'm a queen. So that is how the name Queen was born. Then I was like, okay, let me call myself Queen. Then Queen Vee was born.
Okay. And how did it go? How long have you been in the printing?
2 years.
It's been 2 years now.
It's been 2 years.
Oh, look down,
Yeah, look down.
And then how has it been going?
Yo, It's been going so well. It's been going so well. Yeah, obviously there's challenges like any other business. Like any other business, but God has been good. I will not lie, it's been doing well, and then because of the structure, then more happy. Heard from the grapevine because there's a new lady printer, QUEEN VEE, what. He texted me, hello, I'm Mr. Mohappy. Now I'm telling him, yes, Mr. Mohappy, you're printing, and he's like, no, let's meet, welcome to the printing, what, Then I meet him, then I meet this short guy, I'm like, hi, tata, but the love he gave me, one embrace, he put me under his wing.
Wow.
Like, DK was supposed to say, we're printing because the competitors, he was supposed to say that, but I'm saying, okay, today,
let's go.
Let's work this thing together. I will help you with anything you want.
And today now you're sitting in your studio. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here live at QUEEN VEE studio. Yay! Okay.
Look at God.
Yeah.
Look at God. Yeah, so he's been very supportive. I'm not going to lie. He's been very supportive. Even when I'm sick, he will take some of my clients. He'll be like, okay, send me information. I will do it. I will get someone to go and deliver. So that is the relationship DK and I had.
Oh wow, that's good.
Yeah, so
one of the best things people, especially when it comes to business, is working together. That's how we uplift and go forward together. So from my side, I love that. I really, really love that. And then tell me then, because I can see there are babies born here, there are babies here. Our mantra and all those things. What is your mantra? I hear Wamandla. What is Wamandla?
Wamandla is my baby.
Wow, okay.
Wamandla was birthed.
Second birth?
Yeah, Wamandla is my second birth.
Okay.
Wamandla was born last year, August.
Okay.
Remember, Lindsay,
under COVID.
Under COVID. Under instructions, the COVID.
Levels.
You understand, Guti. I have a story.
Oh, okay.
I have a story, some say mental issue.
Okay.
The story, some say abuse. Wow. In a relationship, I dated this guy in high school, when we were time in Klaba. Story for another day.
Yeah.
And the story, some say, I have my story. I've got my struggles.
You're gonna bring it to you, in a man.
Okay. I'm trying, and when is Mama, so I don't even want to cry with this story, Sam, the story, man, and I want to talk. Okay. I want to share stories, Sam. I remember I used to caption this all the time on my statuses, on Facebook. One day I'm going to tell my story in one of the biggest platforms in the world.
Okay, which is channel 24.99. That's a big.
Back then, I didn't know what it meant until now.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I want to tell my story. I will tell my elder sister about it. If you a movement of affairs, if you something uplift, because during my trials, my challenges in the wilderness, I found myself.
Okay.
You understand? I found myself, and that's Buzuba. There's a woman who's going through this who cannot find herself. I cannot nix. You understand that? She has given up.
Yeah.
But because of Vuyelwa Sizane, you've got abantu. You've got people who believe in you. You've got people who say, "Mara, what's about this?
Oh yeah.
What's about this?" So I started with videos with Kaizer Chiefs.
Okay.
Because Chiefs is playing what, And then somebody said, "I like your videos.
Okay.
I like your confidence. I like how you just out there, understand. Where Kaizer TV, you see, we have this thing between Kaizer TV. Come and help us with Kaizer TV.
Oh, okay.
Come and help us. Come and be one of the presenters. I jumped because Velemina, I wanted that.
Yeah,
I jumped. I jumped. When we started, they had less than 100 followers.
Okay.
Within a week, when QUEEN VEE, they had 1K.
We are coming. Notice about
Check 1 million is coming. So I had fun. I enjoyed being there, and then I had already started my community stuff, buying toiletries, doing shoe drives and all of that. From all of those things, initiatives, I'm thinking, it's something about fast.
Okay.
But I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Then I speak to my nephew.
Okay.
Little something about fast. But I'm texting you. Think of a nice name, a catchy name.
Yeah.
But it must have a woman in it. You know? And then, once there's those like it, then he comes with a name, he says, call it Umandla, her story. And I'm like, well, it is her story. It is your story.
Okay.
I have a story.
Yeah.
You have a story. Every woman has a story. Good or bad, but it's the story.
So now it becomes a movement.
Then it becomes a movement.
Invite woman.
Okay. We empower women. We are building EVAGUTSY fast.
Oh.
We're building that thing, dependent on things.
Oh, okay.
We're building that thing that says whatever you say it with confidence.
50-50. Like or next
People will never exist.
Oh, okay. No, I thought maybe let's say
50-50.
Okay, the movement then.
Then we empower women. Then I'm like, I'll have a woman who says, but we always look beautiful. Yes, like again, you know. Then I'll have a woman who says, because of when stick is a lipstick. You know, from such testimonies from ladies, in something, it gives me a story. You know? It gives me something to say, okay, so somebody's looking at me because of Uvi to the women. People look up to me. Then let me try and build these women. Then I started doing such videos. It's like again, like myself, good hair. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to wear a Brazilian. You know, look at me, in short hair, but look nice, look beautiful. And then whatever you sell, be presentable, stand. Let a guy because of how you portray yourself. So that is what woman is about. Image is important. I always teach women that. I always teach them. Woman is about teaching them about image. It's about teaching them confidence. I mean, I always say, "Give very little said about Robinson." Oh. But I'm saying Robinson. Different forces come by. How you know meaning? But you get like, hello, who's this? Who's this? Yeah. Who's this? You understand? You must take up space. Who's those being what you must take up space as a woman? Okay. We teach that woman that you must take up space. As a man.
And then so how many women have joined the movement?
Yo, we have over 100 members already. Yes. Yes. We have over 100 members already. We have events with August last year. Our first event was the 9th of March.
You also have an event?
Yes, we do have events. We did a business exhibition, our first event.
Oh, okay.
Our first we introduced some business.
Oh, wow.
That is what woman is about.
Wow.
We introduced some That was our first event.
Wait.
We were dressed in yellow t-shirts and white t-shirts. That was our first successful event.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yes.
And then they responded, the woman.
Bona. They know that thing.
Also, those t-shirts, they come from there.
They come from there. They the t-shirts. Oh, yeah. And then people ask, what's this?
Yeah.
The more people ask, the more you
sometimes you think it's really Mandela. I'm like, oh, yeah, ANC.
So that is how it was born. And with the events. And then my event too. I always try to fix Abantu. Abantu, they have a wrong concept. Our events are not that. Our events are not entertainment events. We are going to showcase DJ See it as celebrities.
Yeah, absolutely.
See it as celebrities. Vuyelwa lo othengisa iheba life uyi-celebrity.
Yeah.
So ama-event wethu they are about knowledge.
Yeah.
I-event yethu la event, after event, 2 or 3 women will say from that event I was able to do this. From that event I business to bank. From that event I managed to leave that abusive relationship because of our event we also cover mental health. It's important. We cover everything. Tina ama events wethu happy always says did events only
Yeah. So men are allowed to come by there?
Everybody is allowed to come.
Oh.
Everybody is allowed to come. No, we do get men. We also have men who wear. I actually make a woman that t-shirt. We have men who wear woman that t-shirt. TJ wears a woman that t-shirt.
Oh, okay.
It's only DK who does not want to wear it. I'll find.
No, I must get one.
You need to have one. You need to have one. So it's a movement. Each and every event after Yona Kuti, I always say one life at a time.
Yeah.
Only one life. It changes. If I will get that inbox that says V, get excited about things. Thanks to you. I managed to leave that abusive relationship thanks to her. I remember I had a lady who sent me a text and said to V, I'm a full figure woman. After seeing your videos, I can look myself in the mirror and say, like getting a lady who will text you, you know, would see, because of you, I can wear shorts. Because of you, I can wear a skirt. I always said this thing, I've got ugly legs, but you thought, now I always say to them, I've got a big nose.
Okay, like mine.
Mine is big. You know. But I learned to embrace it.
Okay.
I learned to love it. I will look myself in the mirror and it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, no, you are beautiful.
It's not going anywhere. You know there's things you can change. You can change your body weight.
Yeah.
But as the years go, you are stuck with them.
That's
Your ears, your eyes, look yourself and say, born again. Yes.
I know. You know one thing that you have mentioned, you talked about not inviting the celebrity, what. You know, I'm checking out something from you to say, if you bring celebrities, you then overshadow this woman, not the young one, this woman that you want to bring out. So when it's them alone, they're able to manifest and empower themselves.
They won't manifest, they won't be empowered, they won't be known because siyakula event
yeah, looking at the
balibale ngabo ithi naxa lo ethetha eba motivator bathi kanti mama ubone sibazelo bantu mama udlala leyo. So that's why I don't mean now always say Tina self celebrities.
Okay.
You know, it's about like I had a fashion show event.
Oh,
yes, in September, where we took 3 ladies because the 2 women designers. And the woman is giving a platform, is giving exposure.
Okay.
So I was saying good to be here solo, so other 2 must support them more.
So the show was all about the trio?
It was about the trio.
Okay.
Even these celebrities for that day. It was about them.
Okay.
You know, they walked the
On
ground
platform.
after. But they had Motla, like our first one.
Wow.
We did that 24th of September last year.
So the designs were not like someone going and buying them somewhere?
But I made sure to pay money by some designers.
Wow.
Like,
but we've got a great talent here in our classmates. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So,
and then how did you turn out? I must go and ask him.
It turned out very well. And then from that day, I remember and then I met one of the ladies' husbands, Queen Vee. Thank you for the platform you gave my wife. Ever since the show, she's been busy.
Okay.
I remember in the phone, I needed something at Christmas. About your Queen Vee busy.
Wow.
I've got a lot of clients.
Hey,
you understand? So that is what women is about.
Oh,
we give you platform, we shift to people.
Wow.
We work with Upi, we don't have favorites.
You know, one thing that I want us to carry forward about this, it's just it must be exposed. This must be known. It must be playing in every woman. They must have that eager to come and say, we want to see more. Let us cook some.
That is the truth. That is the truth.
Let us cook some.
We need to.
Be the anchor.
We have to.
And cook it.
We have to.
That's
a beef, spicy. You know, we finally abevuka, behamba, besithini, ibe umandla. You understand?
Yeah.
It's not a campaign, it's not a party, it's a movement.
It's a movement.
It's a movement.
Because what is important, it's all about empowering.
Yes.
And empowerment doesn't have a limit.
No, it can't. It doesn't have. It doesn't have. You know, now to me, somebody was asking, again from this thing, why we explain? You know, no time. When you are driven, when you have a fire burning inside you, nobody can. You understand? To me, it fulfillment, a smile on my face is when a woman says, but again, you need to remember this. You need to remember something. If so, woman doesn't going to come to you. Woman will never come to you. But of Vuyelwa TV, can we meet halfway? V, I've got this. But the short talent. Guess what? V is here. Woman is here to help you.
Not V, the Queen.
Oh yes.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, now we've got the Queen. She has been telling us about such a beautiful story that we have heard from her.
But you know, you cannot be a queen without a key. Is there a king in the queen?
There's something wrong with the lightning in here. What's wrong? I can't hear clearly. Something is not right.
And I hear that the king is from England. He goes by the name of King George. Tell me, is that the fourth, the singing song, guys?
That's the love of my life, guys. Oh, that is the love of my life. Yeah.
So, without wasting much of the time, we want to say thank you so much. What a beautiful story that you have shared with us. Woman inspiration, business. You can see there are people employed here. Bon, what can you say more? So, we from channel 2.9 and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. This is Dalisa Pix with Lama Swazi.
Sick it.